Hi, in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up meta ad conversion tracking on GoHighLevel landing pages using the Meta Conversions API. This has been one of the most requested videos from me recently on my channel. I think it's because GoHighLevel AI Studio is a new technology and we've started using it recently on our Meta ads and Google ad campaigns. It's a very good website or a landing page builder. Conversion tracking has always been difficult, whether it's for Meta or for Google. It's very important to track conversions on your campaigns. When it comes to Meta conversion tracking, it's difficult by default. Now, thankfully, I have cracked the code. I have the full process of how to set up conversion tracking on your AI Studio landing page that you will be able to implement through the Conversions API. So without further ado, let's go to my screen and I'll show you how. In order to set up Conversions API with GoHighLevel AI Studio landing pages, we need to make sure a few things. First, let's go to AI Studio and let's check our funnel. So let's go to the funnel that we want to set up the CAPI for, or Conversions API for. The first thing you need to check is, do we have a valid subdomain connected? So if you click on the top right section, Publish button, you will see that there's a custom domain option. So make sure you have that connected. So we connected that already and it already loads under the subdomain. The next thing you need to make sure is this form connected to the GoHighLevel CRM? If it's not connected, we need to connect it. Otherwise, CAPI is not going to work. And it needs to be connected via native integration. Like if you look at the chat here, we connected it previously. So let me check. There we go. So integrate the form on the landing page to my CRM, and then it connected this form to the GoHighLevel account where this AI Studio is. Okay. So once you make sure your funnel is connected to the subdomain and the form is connected to GoHighLevel, we will go to our Meta business portfolio. So click on a new tab, go to business.facebook.com. This is the website we need to go to, and make sure you're logged into Facebook, and make sure we have our business portfolio and ad account and everything set up. Again, video in the description. You need to finish that step first. Create your Meta business portfolio, connect your Facebook, Instagram to that, create an ad account and a valid payment method. So you need to go through all those steps. And once you're here, this is the business suite. So you click on this and go to this gear option. This will take you to the business settings, where we will be creating a pixel. Okay, so this is our business portfolio settings. We will click on data sources and go to datasets and pixels. So once you click on datasets and pixels, add this. Again, guys, I know I'll receive a lot of questions on this, like how did you go to this view and go to this website? I don't see it. You need to set up your business portfolio first. Otherwise, you won't be seeing this. Again, video in this video's description. Go ahead and watch that. You will know how to set up business portfolio. So I will call this pixel carry junk removers pixel or dataset. Let's call it dataset. Dataset pixel, same thing. You can take this one off. No need to select any category. So hit create. Once you hit create, it will ask you, do you want to connect this pixel to the ad account? To which you will say yes. Otherwise, the pixel won't pick up that ad account. That's it. So we can close this one out. So far, we have created the pixel inside the business portfolio, and we already have an ad account here. Carry junk removers ad account. We need to go to data sources first. So go to datasets and pixels. This is our pixel. And if we go to connected assets, the ad account is already connected. So we don't have to do anything there. Now click on Events Manager. And once you are in the Events Manager, you will first click on this Setup Meta Pixel. Okay. So install code manually. This is how we are setting up the pixel code in our funnel. So we will go back to AI Studio and literally paste it and say, install this pixel code on this project. Why are we doing this? It's because we want to track the page visitors in case in the future we want to do retargeting campaign, like a campaign that will only deliver to people who visited our website or our landing page in this case in the past. We can do it because we are installing this pixel tracking code. Okay, this is not something that's possible with CAPI. This is the browser level tracking we're talking about. But we won't be sending any lead events if this form is submitted. We are just tracking the page views. The form submissions will be tracked separately. So the form submissions will be tracked via Conversions API by creating a workflow. I'll show you that. But while this is happening, we can go back to our events manager, hit continue, turn on automatic advanced matching and hit done. So this is the browser level pixel tracking, only tracking page views. Don't get it confused by the conversion tracking because we're only tracking page views with it. Now, once this is done, we will click on Setup Conversions API. Now, this is something that's possible with existing pixels as well. Because I created a new pixel, it's asking me to set up Conversions API. In your case, you could see an option saying Manage Integrations. Click on that and you can set up Conversions API from there. The Manage Integrations option will be available here if it's an old pixel. So we will click on Setup Conversions API. We will say Setup Manually. Next. And we will say Conversions API and Meta Pixel. Yes. We will say Start CAPI Setup. So this is the step here. We will hit continue. Now you can select the right business category from here. If you don't see your business category, don't worry at all. Just select other business category. Now, what are we tracking? We are tracking contact. We are tracking lead. If you're tracking schedule as well, like if someone books an appointment on your landing page or booking page, you can track that as well. But I'm not tracking that. So in this case, I'm just going to go with contact and lead. Hit continue, go to next step. And here, for each event, we need to configure what signals we are tracking. So first of all, we are going to identify the lead by the event ID. Okay. So that's what we're doing here. We are not tracking anything else here, but we want to mark everything here. So select all these options. And now we need to do the same thing for the other event, which is leads, which is more important. So for all these signals, we are check marking them and making sure that Meta tracks these all. Hit continue, continue. And this is the next step. This is the final step actually. So here you will go to generate access token. So you can select either one, doesn't make a difference. We will select the data set here and we will generate what's called an access token. So this is our access token. We will copy it and keep it somewhere safe. Now we are going to go all the way down and basically finish the CAPI setup in this screen. Go to settings real quick and grab your pixel ID, which is the dataset ID. Same thing, datasets, pixels, that's the same thing in Meta, okay? Okay, copied the access token, copied the dataset ID. Now we can move on to the next step. Our setup here is done. The pixel setup here is done. We just need to go to GoHighLevel now and make sure that the pixel is installed. If it's installed, just publish it. You can't see it because it's behind my camera, but just click on the publish option and just hit this button. Okay, that's it. That's all you need to do. Now, get out of the screen, go to automation, and we are going to create a new workflow now. Okay, so we are going to create a new workflow here, and we are going to call it lead CAPI or landing page CAPI. Basically, we are sending a lead event or a conversion event whenever someone submits this form or this form. Okay, same thing. We have the same form here. Now, what do we do? The first one is the trigger. Okay, so the trigger will be AI Studio form submitted because that's when we send the event, right? As soon as the form submits, we send the event. So the trigger will be AI Studio form submitted. And again, we are going to configure this like AI Studio project first is carry junk. Okay, this is our project we're working on. AI Studio form is, that's the form. That's it, save trigger. Now, what is the action? We are sending a conversion API event. So we will say Meta conversion API. Here, we are sending a funnel event because the event took place on a funnel or a page or a funnel page. That's why we're selecting the event type as funnel. The access token, copy whatever we copied from the pixel page and paste it here. Same thing for the dataset ID. Now, what we are sending from here makes a big difference. So we are sending lead because it's a lead form submission. If it was a calendar, someone is actually booking a date and time or booking an appointment or a consultation, we would select schedule here. Okay? Or if it was an order form through which they're making a payment, we would be sending a purchase event. So the event that we are sending from here depends on what they did on the funnel. So because they submitted a plain simple lead form, we are selecting lead. Okay. And you can select a lifetime value here. So let's say $1,000. It's the lifetime value of a customer in this business. That's why we're selecting $1,000 and then the currency will be dollar. No need for test code, no need for custom mapping. Custom mapping is valid when the lead came from somewhere else, not natively created. Because AI Studio is a native feature in GoHighLevel, the contacts created from AI Studio projects will be considered as native contacts. That's why we don't have to turn on custom mapping or anything. Just save action and hit save, publish this workflow. So let me move my camera. So just click on this button and publish. So this workflow needs to be published. Okay, this workflow that we created for landing page conversions API or conversions tracking, we need to see if it works. Okay, so the way to see if it works is if we go to ChatGPT and I have a prompt here, says, take the landing page URL below and append realistic dummy tracking values for these parameters. So I can share this exact prompt with you, or it's in my school community as well. If you are already a member, if you're thinking about joining, you can get access to all these stuff in my resources section in the community. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this URL and I'm going to paste the URL here, which is the URL that's connected to my AI Studio landing page. Let's go ahead and do this. So basically we are just turning this into a link with a bunch of tracking parameters. And the reason why I'm doing this is if we use this landing page on Facebook ads, Facebook is going to add all these parameters. So Facebook is going to turn our URL. So someone clicking on the ad and visiting the landing page will see similar stuff here. And we want to see if these parameters get carried over to GoHighLevel. So we will just do a test submission. So I'll just say John Smith, and then I will enter phone number, and then John at gmail.com, 3 Street NC 5, and then select a service, furniture removal. There we go. So let's go back to the page and let's analyze real quick. The submission that we just did came through this page. So if we go back to our GoHighLevel, go to contacts, again, that's why I said make sure the form is integrated with GoHighLevel. Because mine is integrated, I am seeing this lead here, okay? Now if you click on this, you can see that this is the exact URL that the lead came through. So UTM source, medium, UTM campaign, August, everything like that. So it's the same exact URL that was tracked because this contact was created through the form submission and the parameters were present while the form was being submitted. This is very important. Now, source is paid social. Again, this needs to be attributed as a paid social if you want Conversions API to work. I know this sounds a bit complicated because we are testing it this way, but we are testing it to see if the Conversions API event is getting sent through. So most importantly, if we look over here, the attribution details need to record this contact as a paid social lead. So as long as that's happening, we can just quickly check to see if this conversion event went through. So in order to check that, we will go to our landing page CAPI workflow and go to execution logs. Here you can see I actually did a couple of submissions. That's why it's shown up twice. But if you click on Meta Conversions API, it says success. Why? Because this lead was natively created from GoHighLevel AI Studio into GoHighLevel. And because of those test tracking parameters we added, we basically made this lead or this test submission look like it came from Facebook. So whenever a lead comes from Facebook, he will be visiting a page with a bunch of URL parameters in it. And these are basically recorded in GoHighLevel with the contact, and GoHighLevel will mark this as a Facebook lead. That's why when that same lead enters this workflow will send the Conversions API event properly. Now, what if someone who did not come from Facebook ad submits the form? When they submit the form, they won't have these parameters. So the submission will still come through to GoHighLevel, but GoHighLevel won't be marking this lead as a Facebook lead. So when that lead enters this workflow, the Conversions API events will not go through and they won't be counted as conversions. So that lead has to come from Facebook ads. In order to get sent as a Conversions API action from this workflow, to Meta. Hope this makes sense. So this is how we set up Conversions API with GoHighLevel AI Studio landing pages. One last thing before we end the video, I just wanted to show you when you are creating the campaign. So if you are in the ads manager and if you are in your ad account, so let's go to the ads account real quick. When you're creating the campaign, you need to select the pixel properly here. So let's say we are creating a campaign here. Let's hit create, leads, continue. That's all done. Now in the ad set level, you need to select website as the location. Maximize number of conversions is fine. Now here, very important, the data set needs to be the same data set where we configured the CAPI. Because in the beginning of this video, we configured the CAPI in the events manager. The same data set needs to be selected here. Now you might have multiple data sets. That's why I'm telling you this. You need to select the same data set where you set up Conversions API. Because I did it, that's why it has the Conversions API tag in it. So the next thing we need to do is under Conversions event, we need to select the same event that we configured in this workflow. So what did we do? Conversions API, we are sending a lead event here. That's why in this event, under Conversions event, we need to select leads as our event. Otherwise, the conversions are not going to be attributed properly because we are sending one type of event from GoHighLevel, but we are trying to track a separate event here. That's not going to match. So they need to match the same thing that you are sending from GoHighLevel. It needs to match what you are tracking in this campaign. So basically it needs to be the same event in both places and everything else stays as usual. You can create your campaign. If you need any help in creating the campaign, I have more videos on that. So go ahead and watch those. But this is how we set up Conversions API in GoHighLevel AI Studio landing pages.